and a rugged non-conference slate. The Noles are 9-3.
Yeah, a great non-conference schedule for the Florida State Seminoles. Knocked off the Tennessee Lady Vols here earlier this season. Be a great matchup here this afternoon.
And the Noles come away with the opening tip. Omaria Gordon drives all the way to the bucket and lays it in. Great start. Has flashed a very high level. Coach Wyckoff saying the next step is really sustaining it throughout the course of the entire season. She's looked good already. Back the other way, Georgia Tech. For the last couple of seasons, now fully healthy herself and has been dynamite here in the month of December.
Latson getting things going from long range for Florida State. Another look at that three from Tanaya Latson. Holds that follow through. Georgia Tech, a very strong rebounding team.
Augusta with the spin move, now pulls up from the elbow. That is a smooth-looking stroke.
Change game as well. Nice little turnaround, pull-up, jump shot. Drew the foul.
Offensive foul by Tony Morgan. Back the other way comes Florida State. You mentioned Tucker. There she is on the turnaround. Nice-looking shot.
Texas Tucker averaging about 9 points a game.
And then Florida State's last game against Alabama State came right out of the locker room in the second half and just blitzed Alabama State. Had 10 points in several minutes as Dunn lays it in. Mentioned Dunn being on a tear here in December. They've played 5 games in this month. She's averaged north of 20 points in them. For Georgia Tech, Pagetti with the Euro step couldn't get the lay-in, and back come the Yellow Jackets. Nice dump down pass to Tony Morgan.
Nice transition opportunity here. Dunn finds Morgan. Ooh, nifty little move there from Omaria Gordon.
Either the 1 or the 2 for Nell Fortner and Georgia Tech. That added depth certainly going to be of extra importance here today. Nice move by Sarah Pagetti, working her way to the basket and laying it in off the glass. The paint to this point. Blackshear, a player who's worked on expanding her range. Lined that one up, it was just off the mark.
Wow, some open shots on the perimeter for Florida State.
Augusta trying to create some space. Dunn left alone. Money.
On a little 6-0 run, but Dunn ends that. She now has 7 of the 11 for Georgia Tech.
Termas with the high-low look to Blackshear, up off the glass, and good. Villegas left alone in the corner. You can't do that with a shooter like her.
Blackshear, body and up snoop turnage, but there's Carla Villegas. Nell Fortner not happy about that one, that her team didn't find Villegas in transition.
Florida State now with 3 threes in the game. Meanwhile, Georgia Tech working down low with Blackshear.
And a steal for the Yellow Jackets, and they're off and running.
Augusta from the wing. Pull-up jumper is good.
And then the freshman, Augusta launching it for the Yellow Jackets. Can't connect on the second one there. And the Noles are off and running again.
Maria Gordon down the lane. Grenade buckets for Omaria Gordon. Nice roll for Sydney Johnson, the 5th-year transfer from Powder Springs, Georgia. Georgia Tech, a much different team this year than they were last year. 9-3 in non-conference. This is an opportunity for them to really stake their claim early on in ACC play. And there is Kayla Blackshear.
Seems just a little off balance there on that shot. Couldn't get it to fall.
Oh, nice pass.
And Blackshear doing her damage. Just a nice back cut. Florida State got caught switching.
More than half of the first quarter still has not come out here in the second quarter because she picked up 2 early fouls.
There's Russ. They extend the lead to 5 for the Yellow Jackets.
Omaria Gordon with the mid-range jumper right from the free throw line.
say that was the last touch by a Yellow Jacket, so Florida State maintains the ball. Tania Latson slashes right to the rim.
Dunn back to Termes. Termes, step back three off the mark. Blackshear, second chance opportunity for the Yellow Jackets. Carter, knifing her way through traffic and laying it in.
Late getting there. And then a nice move on the offensive end from Carter to finish at the rim.
First possession here for Florida State. Sarah Bajetti turns the corner and lays it in with the left hand. The other way now comes Georgia Tech. Carter with the entry pass to Blackshear. Blackshear, jump hook off the glass and through.
11 points now for Kayla Blackshear. 5 of 6 shooting for the junior from Orlando.
Huge block. Guess who?
And then a big block coming over on the weak side.
Into Blackshear. Left hand, automatic at this point for Blackshear.
Defense here trying to mix things up. Cool off Kayla Blackshear.
That ball's knocked away, Florida State. Turning over Georgia Tech for the 5th time. Latson up and under. Acrobatic move, and she lays it in for the Noles. Line.
Just that steal from Kayla Timpson, and then Tania Latson in the open floor. One of the best there is. Uses her body with the weak side glass and the opportunity at the free throw line.
She doesn't make either of them, does Deasia Thomas-Harris, a player who hails from Katy, Texas. Had a double-double against Rice back home. And there's Carla Villegas.
There's the Villegas three off the dribble, handoff. Just too much space.
And she brings it up for the Noles. Kayla Timpson left all alone, driving to the basket.
Georgia Tech has had a little bit of trouble finding those open passing lanes.
Blackshear in the middle of the zone, kicks it out to the wing, and Dunn.
For the Yellow Jackets, a nice look inside out. That time touched the paint.
Meanwhile, there's Florida State doing what they like to do, turning on the afterburners. Nobody better at it. Timpson brings it down. Latson now pulling up from the elbow. Oh boy, to be great.
Yeah, Villegas is one of those players that thinks every time she shoots the ball, it should go in.
And I'll tell you what, Rusna Augustinaita is another one of those. She hails from Lithuania. And here is the sophomore guard for Florida State. Latson sending it in, Timpson and one.
In there, as soon as she touched it, you could tell she was going to go up and finish through the contact.
Termes gets it over to Dunn. Dunn looking around the corner. Here's Blackshear, mid-range, why not? As she sends it in to Omaria Gordon, the Noles will operate first, now moving left to right. Latson driving to the basket, doing what she does.
Or the other little flip pass from Omaria Gordon, crossover there.
Meanwhile, Georgia Tech operating in their half-court set. Dunn driving into the paint with the right hand. Kara Dunn. Morgan herself clearing the board for the Yellow Jackets. Blackshear into the paint, and that has been the move for her, whether she's laid it in or floated it up.
The Seminoles have had to play with a little bit of a mismatch on Blackshear, as Alexis Tucker, the guard, is playing against.
Blackshear working on Timpson with the left hand, gets around her. Her way to eclipsing that, and as you mentioned, Melissa, her career and season high came in the opener against Coastal Carolina. She scored 24 there. She's only 5 away from it now as Omaria Gordon. Up to the corner, Gordon driving baseline, doubled by Augustinaita and Morgan. Got it back to Bajetti. Bajetti knocked down, makes the three anyway. In it goes to Sarah Bajetti, 18 here for the Noles on the shot clock. Bajetti all the way down the lane, wide open for Sarah, and the Noles lead by 5. Last 3 from the floor. Here's Johnson off the screen. Carter from the free throw line, off the mark. Stick back attempt. That is no good. On third effort, Timpson swats it away. Timpson, as I mentioned, block leader in the ACC, also top 5 in rebounding. Skied for that one. Latson gets the roll on the opposite end.
Forcing a difficult shot.
Gordon, nice pass. Timpson asserting their biggest lead of the game. Georgia Tech will have a chance to trim into it at the free throw line after these crashing in for the offensive rebound. And that pass nearly knocked away. In fact, it is. It goes to Georgia Tech and Blackshear. Blackshear dishing it out to Johnson, who lays it in transition. Neither of these.
Just the first foul on Blackshear. There you see Blackshear doing it all for Georgia Tech.
That did everything but drop for Tania Latson. Dunn picking her way to the basket. The finger roll is good.
Getting the easy scoring opportunities.
High low look for Timpson. Turnaround money. KK Timpson did not score until 2 minutes and 40 seconds left in the first half.
Timpson able to score in the paint.
Blackshear dishing it to Dunn. And Dunn gets the roll. Now it's Kara Dunn heating up for Georgia Tech.
Florida State with a chance to run. Bonner heading downhill. That's not a player that you want to leave open in the corner.
Latson back the other way, and Tania Latson has scored 20 or more in 4. Fresh 20 on the shot clock. Dunn gets it into Tony Morgan. Morgan, athletic move, gets the roll. Does come out to Georgia Tech. Blackshear had it rejected. KK Timpson got a palm up there. 24 more points and perhaps counting as Latson drives to the basket and beats the buzzer. 23 in the scorers column for the sensational sophomore. Florida State has a team in this one, 11 assists to 6 turnovers. And that's a great way to start quarter number 4 if you're Georgia Tech. Kara Dunn off the glass and through.
Dunn with 18 points now for the Yellow Jackets.
Latson has hit a couple of threes early. Snoop Turnage with a big offensive board for the Noles. The Jetty too strong. 12th team foul by Georgia Tech to 8 for Florida State. Amari Gordon off the inbounds play. Mid-range baseline jumper is good. Nice kick back to Dunn. It was a good look for Georgia Tech, but it didn't drop. And here comes Florida State looking to run. Latson keeps it herself. They're on the weak side. Timpson puts it back up. Third effort by Timpson is good. 6 games, including today, and she had 39 against Georgia State. That is the most anybody in the ACC has scored in a single game this season.
Last foul on Sarah Bajetti, a little too physical there, trying to keep Tony Morgan out. There's KK Timpson asserting herself on the defensive end with a big block.
Block leader in the conference, one of the rebound leaders in the conference. Now here's Florida State finding Gordon from the wing.
Which then led to the easy look on the perimeter for Amaria Gordon in transition.
So important for Georgia Tech. Tony Morgan, who's had a hard time with them, comes away with a steal up from Tania Latson. Morgan dishing it to Blackshear, left hand, good. In regulation, Florida State hanging on to an 11-point lead. Houston Knight to line that one up. It was in and out. Florida State clears the board with Alexis Tucker.
That's a big rebound for Alexis Tucker, going high to grab that one. And then Amaria Gordon with the circus shot.
Georgia Tech has seen enough.
Take another look at that play. Again, OMG. She's the league's leader in free throw attempts. Not getting there today.
Despite that, 23 points for Latson. Great high-low look. Dunn lays it in.
Get her the bucket with the no move needed.
Georgia Tech has 69 points in this game, 44 of those on the floor, courtesy of Blackshear and Dunn.
Unbelievable play at the rim, and Tania Latson.
Georgia Tech trailing by 14 with 4:40 left. Meanwhile, for Florida State, Latson, high-low look, beautiful pass to Timpson.
And that leaves Timpson wide open underneath for the easy lay-in.
Tech tried to hit Dunn on the back cut and skipped it out of play. There's KK Timpson with an and one opportunity for the Noles. They have hit two, but they have been scoring at this clip from the drop.
Watch the emotion here from KK Timpson. 26 in the third quarter and already 19 points for the Noles here in the fourth quarter, and we still have 4 minutes left to go.
Well, the bank is open for Tony Morgan, showing out here at home in Tallahassee.
He did last season, but knocks down a pair there.
Morgan driving to the basket, left alone on the baseline, and Tony Morgan. Johnson pulls it out. Morgan now looking for the corner on Timpson. She's been the hot hand here for Georgia Tech. Dunn working inside, guarded by Tucker, and Dunn with the right hand lays it in.
24 points now for Kara Dunn.
Latson through contact, through traffic, forget about it, and count it.
Gonna try to take the air out of the ball a little bit here and minimize possessions. Don't see that very often from Florida State.
16-point lead. Tucker from the wing, why not? And they are going to be a team that's going to give some ACC foes some problems this year, but for Florida State, this is as good a start as you could hope for.
Well, and you expect a Georgia Tech team to be a solid defensive team, and last year they played fewer possessions. Not so this year. They are able to get the ball up the floor quickly and score, as you see there.
And the Noles will win it 95-80 here at the Tucker Center over the Yellow Jackets. With that, the Noles have won 14 of their last 18 ACC openers.